Okay, so the next project that I worked on was for the Ludum Dare 38. So obviously, if you were paying attention to the numbers, you can see that I've taken a break. The Ludum Dare 33 happened in August of 2015. I was 17 years old when that happened, and this game jam, Ludum Dare 38, took place in April of 2017, nearly 2 years later. It was 2017, and I was 19 years old at this point. And I had wanted to get back into doing game jams because I had been practicing game development for a bit, and I was really just wanting to make something. But Devon had fallen off game development and didn't really want to work on stuff, and it demotivated me to the point where I was too afraid to work on things on my own or with other artists. And so that was unfortunate. But when this game jam happened, I convinced my younger sister, who is an artist, to work with me, and she had really hardly done any digital art, never done animation, and it would just be an interesting experiment into what I could make with my sister. So the theme for the Ludum Dare 38 was a small world, and we had no idea what we wanted to make. So I think, and this one's really tough to remember because I don't really have a lot of clear memories of what happened. This is actually one of the two game jams that I did not finish. The first one being the first one I ever participated in, and the second one being this one. And the reason that we didn't finish this game was, one, because the scope was just far out of my league, and I was never going to finish what was required for the game. And two, because the about 12 hours after the game jam started, we got the news that my grandfather passed away. So we decided that we would stop working on it and take a break. But for what we got done, I think it was fairly impressive, and I'm actually excited to take a look into what it was. So for the theme, it was a small world, and we sort of basically made like a little world simulator. I don't know, it's hard to tell. But I didn't even take away the splash screen, that's how new it was. So this is some of my sister's art, badly implemented by me. As you can see, it's sort of like JPEG'd out, and had to remove the background from the grass and try to make it look good on the ground. These dudes look great though, they're hilarious, and I love watching them walk around, because it was her first time ever doing animation, and she literally would just draw the different frames in an art program, and then I would stick them in the game and see how they looked. So yeah, the idea was it would be a small world simulator where you can control these dudes to do different things, like you'd say go hunt or do this or that. I actually don't really know what these are. They're probably different menus. So this is Villager Barry, this is Susie, this is Steve, this is Barry, this is Joe, and this is Susie again. And then you have your town center, basically. And then over here in the UI, you've got some different researches that you can do. It was sort of like an Age of Empires type of game. And then, of course, at night, you've got the lighting again. And the wolves come to kill your villagers. Oh god, it's horrible. And you're supposed to call the town bell so that you're, go back to the town center and hide. You're supposed to make them go back and hide in here. And then after that, the wolves will leave in the morning. But that's basically all I got done for this game, is the ability to click on stuff and sometimes make the villagers go back and hide, and have these researches, as well as the day and night music, which I actually still like quite a lot. There's daytime music, and then when it switches to nighttime, it's got like the same style but in a different key. So let's wait for that. Hold on a second. And the wolves tear that guy up. But that's basically all we ended up getting done for this game. Not too much, but we had like a ton planned out, and I actually did a couple sprites for this game. I was trying to improve some of my art, because I knew that she was too busy to be able to create everything. So I was going to work on some of the UI art. So stuff like this food icon is something that I drew. This icon for researches was me. It's just like a bottle of blue, delicious bottle of blue. the clothes was me. It's not looking great. This is one of the researches that you'd be able to click on that would improve your villagers' health and armor. Agriculture. This is supposed to be a potato. It doesn't look like one, but it's supposed to be one. And then fire. This is, I think my sister made this. It's research that you can do to research fire. And then, yeah, you have all the other stuff like this torch, which is animated. The villager, which is animated. And the house, which is actually, it has a construction sprite. Because it's supposed to, you're able to construct more houses and stuff like that as you expand your world and build out and do things like that. Then you obviously have the wolf, which is one of the coolest things. She actually animated a wolf, and keep in mind she was drawing these frames like separate, and then I actually have the image here. She drew these frames next to each other like this, and I had to compile them together because she had never done animation, and this is just what she knew how to do. But she's definitely an incredible artist, and I think that even though she'd never had experience doing it, stuff turned out great. Like, this wolf animation actually looks really good. Yeah. In terms of programming this game, there's not really that much to talk about because I didn't get to actually do many mechanics. I think the only interesting thing would be the lighting, but I did the lighting the exact same way that I did lighting in Flight of the Night. So there's really not that much interesting. I think the main improvements that I made during this game were with UI and with the music, because obviously the music is better than stuff that I'd worked on previously. It actually contains some semblance of video game music rather than just being garbage chiptune that sounds like horrible in your ear. And then when it comes to the UI, it doesn't look good, but it's much cleaner. You can see the text very clearly. You can mouse over and move this away, and you have all these things down here, the nice looking health bar, the little buttons that you can click. But yeah, it just it was going to be something eventually, maybe, probably. But that's basically all I have to say about this game. There is not really that much in it